there and get set up. So we want to make sure that you lean the hair into your left. There you go. So like to me, and Ollie, go look on the front there, and I want you to tell me, doesn't that look pretty balanced? I think this is good for you too to be able to see this. You're going, doesn't that look pretty balanced?
That looks perfect.
Perfect, right?
Yeah.
So this is good for you. When you're looking at this, both of you guys, when you're looking at the video, the legs are coming out of his hips at the same angle. Like I think you get this way, that you get leaned over there where this leg's kind of straight, this leg's at an angle, okay? So let's get back in there. Okay, there you go, good. So from there, so like set up perfect, like this a hair higher. Right? Now, you want to go at a speed that you can go at and start it right at the stick and hit a draw. Even though, you know, ultimately we want to hit a fade, but we're trying to kind of neutralize it a little bit. Set up. So there you go. Shoulders. Perfect. There you go. I'd say that was pretty close. Wind hit that. That started just right of it. And then probably would have drawn a hair or been pretty straight. Ollie, when it's your turn too, as you're getting ready to go to college, these are things I want you to do. I want you to practice work the two things you're working on, and I want you to go at a speed you can do it. And I think that's really important for you because you go like a maniac sometimes.
Yeah, I do.
But so we're trying to get balance, posture first. We're trying to feel. You said it. What are you trying to feel with your lower body? Right, so it separates, right? To start right, not as steep. And then the last piece is I want the big left toe to stay against the groove, going through. Yours tends to get a hair this way, and I think that stalls you out. So, good posture, trying to start it right, however you need to feel that, keep the big left toe against the ground. And you got to go at a speed you can do it. That's how you're going to learn. How's that look from there, Ollie? Good?
Pretty good, yeah.
Good. And you're the police with the toe. You tell me how the toe does. I'm going to watch the play. Should have been close.
Pretty close. He fought to keep it down.
Fought to keep it down.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good. This is good. It's good for both of you guys. Here you go. Here's another tee.
I would say just before impact, it did start to pick up a little.
Yeah. I think that ball's a hair forward. I think you wanted a club head width, put the club back in. There you go. A little more, probably, because you want the heel. There you go. So the better you can do it, checking it. Right. There you go. Good. Yeah. Get your hips up. Now you're in. That should look like he's in the middle of his feet right there. Good. That had to be pretty stripey.
Yeah.
That was great, right? Good. And I think the more you can go at that speed, and then I would keep going at this speed, and I would start thinking in terms of telling me and Ollie, like, what feels different with the good ones versus the ones that aren't as good versus what you can do. You can play good. And then as you get the feel of it, you can add speed to it. You can add it in 10-yard increments. Ball position, you go. Hands up higher. That was absolutely perfect. Pretty good, right? So what speed out of like, what effort level out of 100 would you say that?
Like speed, it's like 70, 60, somewhere around it slow. I mean,
Ollie, how, if you were to guess, you wouldn't have, I would have said that's more than 60 or 70%.
Probably.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm super fast. I feel like I'm pretty slow.
Right. But I think that ball's going close. Neither of you brought your launch pro, did you?
Mine's in my car.
We're going to get it in a little bit because it'd be good to see, although those are a little bit shorter balls.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think that's going as short as you think. Okay.
No, I left mine at my house.
I'm going to do another tweak. Put your left one for me. I want to get this hand a little more on top of that. See how that covers. Take that off. See how the dots on that glove. That helps your hands work. That'll make it easier. Good. Butt of, there you go. Butt of the club hair higher. Yeah,
It's solid though.
it's super solid. Super solid. Hands a hair higher. There you go. Feeling funny, isn't it? See, I like that. He knows that he's hitting solid. And so, like, this is good for like Ollie to watch. And then I'm gonna make you watch Ollie too, because working on a couple things slow and thinking your way through it helps you a great deal. Both of you guys, you've gotten a ton better at sticking to the stuff. So have you. You need a little more help sticking to the fundamentals and monitoring your stuff, right? And you see how we're taking our time with our grip, right? Everybody overlooks that. I mean, you see Scotty Scheffler's hitting with a club with a grip on it. I mean, if it's, important enough, he could.
Do you want this middle finger right here on top of it? Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
Well, you can put that. We can move that down. There you go. Good.
That was like your button.
Yep. Hands up.
I'm gonna try to.
So it's more solid, right?
Yeah. I don't think I really.
So they're drifting right. Now I want you to get it online. I want you to get it online with your turn. Okay? So I'm going to go to the top and stop. Do a good job with your grip. Take your time. I see dots on that thumb. Okay? I can get them closer together. To the top. Lower body. Feel that? Do it again. Down towards it. There you go. Feel that?
Yeah.
Good. Do it again. Push towards it. See how it's making that go around. Hands higher. That started online and was straight. right? Contact pretty good?
Yeah, really good.
Really good, yeah. So what did you feel different in that?
I pushed through. It wasn't very hard to do, but I just started with my lower body.
So you could feel that you started lower, right?
Yeah.
So I think you get your tendencies to get postured a little too much this way. And then at the top, you tend to start a little bit with this. So we're getting you balanced. You make such a good backswing pivot. Now we're learning to separate your lower from your upper by pushing. Okay, let's do that. Yeah. Square up. Hands higher. So there you go. Hung a hair right, but pretty close, right? And I just think that there's a lot to be learned from monitoring your setup, taking your time with your grip, knowing the two things you're working on, knowing at a speed where you're monitoring where you're starting and where the curve is, and then learn to do it and get it online. And then if you need to add a little speed. But when we go on the golf course in a little bit, I want us to play some holes, you too, Ollie, at this speed. Balls can make sure. Hands get to cover those dots. There you go. That a boy. Butt of the club higher. Smoked, right?
They're all solid. It's just either the face is closed or the face is open.
Right. So you got to learn to match it up,
Yeah.
right? And
I'm
that's
hitting it solid.
and then so I think you can even slow it down to where you can get it online for a few, right? Cover the dots. Club face, back of your left wrist, that FJ is like a GPS. So it's got to be pointed towards the target or where you're trying to get it to go, right? Coming in. Now if it's going to the right and your wrist is like this, now that's because when you used to be steep from the outside, what'd you have to do to get it to hold its line? You had to hold it open, right?
Yeah.
So now, get in there and you're in there and you're hitting shots. But think of where the back of your left wrist point when you come in, okay? He's thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
We're making Ethan think. It could be scary.
It's not a good idea.
It's not a good... What's going to happen if you guys all room together?
Get arrested.
There you go. Hands up. There you go.
It's either gonna be one of us gets arrested or all of us get arrested in the same night.
How good was that?
Yeah, just go a little left.
So if you go with that speed, I mean, it started online, right? You drew. So if you're in here and you know where your ball is, you know your balance, you're working on your two things, then all we're trying to do is match that up. That's exactly the shot shape you want to play every time.